Babe. Wow, yeah.
What do you think when you see the coins in my hand? Hard to get rid of annoyances, wealth? How about possibility? How about a world waiting to be made? How about whole landscapes of imagination awaiting you specifically? What I'm talking about are maps. Now I understand that most of you have no experience in making maps. This is a topic that most of you won't need. However, for those aiming to become dungeon masters, future storytellers, or even as a new hobby, maps form the foundations of fiction. Think Middle-earth, Narnia, and more. J.R. Tolkien spent years with dirty ink on his hand spinning a world that would make millions. Now wouldn't it be exciting stepping into the footsteps of giants to start a world of your own? To turn that daydream into something real. That to me is the most amazing thing. I've always been fascinated with making worlds, armies, economies, and nations. How many people live here? How many soldiers can this nation deploy? How much money does this king collect every year? But at its base, it starts with pen and paper, a map and the world's natural environment. My hand always creating new worlds, new maps from the dreams I have. Since then, I have never stopped. So now I will explain 3 steps in making a fictional map of your own. The materials you need, how to detail and draw your map, and how to use your creativity to make your map your own. Let's start with the most essential step in all processes, the materials and tools you need. The first step is easy. If you live in a home, you most likely already have what you need. Firstly, you need a material to mimic seismic activity and be able to create an outline for your landmass. The material can be coins from your pockets, such as these. The material can be beans, which can be found in the kitchen or at the shop. The material can be rice, particularly short grain, for a more detailed coastline. And the material can be many more things: lentils, sand, pebbles, and rocks, etc. Secondly, you will need paper to draw your map, which can be any size depending on your desired map scale. In this case, I'm using A4. Thirdly, you need a pen and pencil, as well as an eraser to actually make your map. With these materials in hand, we can start with the next step of map making. The second step is creating and detailing your map. Start by throwing your chosen material onto your paper and shuffling it around until your desired shape. With that, we can start outlining it and adding details. Basically, you have a base that looks like this. From there, we can add mountains, such as these, which are the spine of continents, where rivers flow from, and barriers of wind and moisture. Using a simple triangle as well as a main ridge line, it is good enough. From there, we can also add rivers. Rivers, they are essential for cities, farming, and much more. But remember the rules of the natural world. Rivers do not split and usually have extensive systems of tributaries joining the main river. From there, we can even add forests. Forests, using the cloud technique and lines below it, we can create a basic forest on our map here. There we can add deserts. Deserts using lines and dots. Remember, mountains block prevailing wind, and so it is behind them, versus the moist coastal areas where deserts are usually present. Finally, we can add cities. Using dots and sizing them to importance, their placement should depend on various factors, such as possible trade routes, fertile land, rivers, and many other things. Rarely is a large city located inland on a mountain, but instead it is common to see large port cities connected to rivers. Think New York and London. With that, we have prepared a populated map with different terrains and features. However, we are making maps for fantasy, are we not? We need to make it different than real life. The third step is to make your map your own. First, disregard norms. If it's cool, then you can put it into your world. Just make sure to explain and that it's coherent with your law. Remember the rule about splitting rivers? If you can explain it with law, do it. A great battle breaking the earth and creating scars that eventually become rivers adds character to your world. The broken plains. If a great magic spell splits islands apart, you can add story and world building to your game or book, presenting the power scale present in your universe. Such as here. If a city exists in the middle of a desert, make sure there's a reason. Secondly, have fun. The story is about the world you want to make. Creativity should guide you in adding in elements and features to your map. Let your imagination run a marathon and create fantastical landscapes, mythical creatures, or hidden treasures. Remember, the purpose of creating fictional maps is to enhance your storytelling or gaming experience. So don't be afraid to inject elements of adventure, mystery, or wonder into your map. No need to be totally realistic. Now that we have gone through the 3 steps of creating a fictional map, let's recap what we have covered. Finally, today we have explored 3 steps. The process of creating fictional maps, starting with the materials needed, followed by the steps of drawing and detailing our map, and finally making the map unique and personal. Now, I know not all of you are interested in making fictional maps, but for those of you who do, the map making process can be incredibly rewarding. They are really easy to make. So I encourage you to give it a try. Grab some coins, beans, or rice, a sheet of paper, and a pen, and let your creativity flow. Dive into the realm of map making, and who knows, you might discover a whole new world waiting for you, waiting to be explored. Okay.